This presentation will discuss whether charitable organisations have improved sanitation levels in Malawi and provided support for girls to develop their understanding. Malawi was chosen as it is one of the poorest countries in Africa with a high volume of girls unable to achieve any form of education. Globalisation can be defined as the process where countries come together and increase their trade standards. The increase in globalisation is due to the improvements in technology which enabled easier communication for countries to stay in contact with each other. Globalisation is the interaction and communication that occurs around the globe faster and cheaper than ever before. There are three dominant theories that are considered with globalisation, which is competition, conflict and culture. The theory that has informed this chosen subject can be defined as cultural globalisation, which refers to the sharing of ideas, standards and values around the globe. Within world culture theory, education is a focal point where it is believed that all individuals have the right to education. This strongly resonates with this topic due to the struggles Malawian girls face when trying to gain their own education. International charitable organisations function as global networks in education or international regimes that is designed to benefit certain parts of society. Non-profit charitable organisations try to improve the world through their programmes and services. The organisations that will be discussed throughout this presentation are GracePads, UNICEF and United Purpose. Girls' education became a chosen topic to be discussed due to concerning factors they face which prevent them from having a quality education they deserve. Unfortunately, in third world countries, education is not easily accessible for girls, resulting in high dropout rates. By overcoming the factors and investing in girls' education will hopefully become the way forward to improve the health and wealth of developing countries. From this, positive results can happen, such as developing businesses, becoming qualified health workers, or even becoming school teachers themselves to inspire the next generation. There are many barriers that prevent girls from having an education. The first barrier identified is child marriage, as more than 40% of girls are married by the time they are 18. Another barrier identified is the extensive poverty rates in Malawi, resulting in families being unable to provide their children with an education, especially girls. Families often come to the decision to invest in their son's education instead of their daughter's. The occurrence of HIV and AIDS is another devastating barrier that prevents girls from completing school. An estimated 12% of the sexually active population in Malawi live with these diseases. With these barriers introduced, the main focus of this presentation will be on poor sanitation levels in Malawian schools and how it affects girls' education. Due to a higher predominance of male teachers in developing countries, male teachers are unaware or refuse to talk about the problems girls are facing in school during menstruation. Likewise, boys have limited understanding about this, resulting in bullying because they do not understand girls' behaviours during menstruation. Girls' school attendance might also be disrupted by the physical discomforts of menstruation, including cramps, headache, backache, nausea and diarrhoea. They will also often lack knowledge and support on how to correctly use sanitary products such as reusable sanitary pads. The lack of sanitary supplies and support is one barrier that affects girls' attendance. Unfortunately, sanitary pads are either unavailable for girls in rural areas or too expensive. Girls are then left to rely on using rags, which restricts physical movement due to leaking. Rags must be frequently washed, which becomes difficult for families who cannot afford soap. The time it takes to launder rags may result in girls losing devoted time completing their homework. GracePads are a local, not-for-profit operating in Lilongwe, Malawi, who are funded through a combination of traditional fundraising efforts and a social enterprise structure. GracePads donate pads to vulnerable girls in Malawian schools. This charitable organisation has been successful with improving sanitation levels because girls' education pass rates have increased from 40 to 75%. This improvement amongst girls is due to the access of sanitary pads provided. Girls have been provided with the capability of feeling more comfortable due to having the correct material to wear. The Salmia district has been provided with funding from the United Nations Population Fund to run training sessions for girls in Malawi on effective health and hygiene. With this, pupils from local schools in Malawi make sanitary pads in the school's sewing room. This after-school activity has enabled girls to distribute pads to their peers, which has helped girls from missing or dropping out of school because of their periods. The pads are reusable and the materials are locally sourced and cheaper than disposable sanitary napkins. Here are thoughts on how the ability to make sanitary pads have changed the outlook on girls attending school. Another poor sanitation issue identified is dirty water. Girls in Malawi are in a vulnerable situation with the lack of clean and safe water, which causes illnesses such as diarrhoea, which results in them being absent from school for long periods of time. The Water, Sanitation and Hygiene Wash Programme in Malawi is run by the charitable organisation UNICEF. Its main objective is to provide worldwide and impartial access to safe and affordable clean drinking water. The WASH programme has been a successful contribution in Malawi by providing solar-powered water pumps that contains up to 10,000 litres of clean water. This programme has benefited many individuals like Lucy. To ensure it maintains its safety, pump operators visit the pumps on a regular basis to test the water and chlorine levels. This highlights how UNICEF has helped improve sustainable sanitation levels because many families have not been ill since the water pumps were installed. It is disheartening to find a recurring problem of damaged toilets being a contributing factor for girls dropping out of school, as they feel unsafe from the lack of cleanliness and privacy. Males in Malawi believe that women are seen as shameful during menstruation and that menstruation blood is seen as dirty. With these beliefs, male teachers exclude girls from using toilet and wash facilities. This is a serious issue in Malawi, as up to 6% of the girl population lack access to safe and clean toilet facilities, causing them to suffer in public. It is positive to see that in a recent project, United Purpose have built 8 toilet facilities in rural schools in the Malanje and Thiolo district in Malawi. This successfully resulted in each toilet facility being safe, clean and private for girls to change and dispose of their sanitary products. A school in the Malanje district benefited greatly from the access of clean toilets. This highlights the positive effect of charitable organisations, as by taking the time to build these toilets in the school has increased the attainment of girls, with 923 being boys and 879 being girls. Before this, just 20% of the school's population were girls. In this presentation, it is highlighted that ensuring safe and equal school settings is a crucial aspect to increase the probability that girls who register in school will keep attending their class. This has been shown through the various charitable organisations discussed in this study, who have all gone some way in improving education for girls in Malawi. It is important for schools to provide the necessary facilities such as girl-friendly toilets, sanitation materials and water. Through the help of these organisations, that has been seen to help reduce non-attendance among girls, especially during menstruation. Although international charitable organisations have made significant progress to improve suitable sanitation levels, still many parts of the population remain without suitable sanitation. It has also shown that girls still face discrimination in accessing education. If the key challenges discussed throughout this presentation are seriously addressed in more parts of Malawi, especially education male pupils and teachers, on what girls deal with during menstruation, this will enable girls to feel more comfortable in school, having teachers who understand why they need to leave the classroom and support them. If males are unwilling to provide the commitment and understanding on this issue, Malawian schools need to invest more in female teachers, so girls in these schools can have female role models to support girls' education further.